The lab is about the construction of the class A power amplifier and the compute its efficiency using the hardware and the software tool. In this lab, we will see the two configuration, that is the series fed class A amplifiers and the capacitor coupled class A power amplifier. In both configuration, we will measure this DC and the AC values using the hardware and the software tool. In the DC value, we will measure this bias point and the voltages, and in AC, we will measure its AC voltage and the current value, which will use to measure the power delivered to the load, and by using this we will calculate its efficiency. Before starting the experiment, let me briefly introduce you about the power amplifiers. The power amplifiers are basically designed to deliver a large amount of the power to the load. To perform this function, a power amplifier must have the ability to dissipate a large amount of the power. It means that it has the design such that the heat generated when it is operated at a high voltage and the current, because the high amount of the current and the voltage flow in the power amplifier, so the component used for the power amplification must be large, must have large surface area to enhance the heat transfer in the environment. So the power transistors and the component connected, especially the resistor at the output side, must have large surface area to so that it has the capacity to bear more amount of the current that is flowing in the power amplifier. A power amplifier is usually the last stage of the amplifier system. The preceding stage may be designed to for the voltage amplification or to provide the buffering to a high impedance signal source. Power amplifiers are widely used in many applications. The application include the radio and the television receiver, phonographs, the tape players, stereo, and the high fidelity system, recording audio, and the studio equipment, the public address system. In all these applications, the load in this application, it must be a loudspeaker, which requires considerable amount of power to convert the electrical signal into the sound signal. Power amplifier is also used in the electromechanical control system to drive the electrical motor. The example include the computer disks and the tape drivers, robotic manipulation, autopilots, antenna, rotators, pumps, and the motorized valve manufacturing and the process control of all kind. The performance of the any power amplifier is measured by its efficiency, which is given by the average signal power delivered to the load divided by the average power drawn from this DC source. Since the power amplifier itself dissipates a large amount of the voltage and the current in itself, so it is important to calculate the efficiency of the collector too, which is given by the average signal power delivered to the load divided by the average power dissipated at the collector. The power amplifier are classified as the class A, B, C, and D amplifier here, but in this lab we will only learn about the class A and B amplifiers and their mixed configuration, that is the AB or the push-pull power amplifier. It's said to be the class A power amplifier if its output remain in the active region for a full sinusoidal input cycle. So the power transistor can be propagated over the entire range of its output from saturation to the cutoff. Class A power amplifiers are designed so that the output voltage varies in response to both the positive and the negative peak of the input signal, and the output never gets saturated or cut off. The circuit shown in the figures are the class A power amplifier. It is also called the series fed class amplifier. In this amplifier, the RL is this RC is RC is used as a load resistance. In this amplifier, the transistor is biased at the VCE is equal to VCC by 2, which is midway between the saturation and the cutoff, which permit the maximum output voltage, and the output can vary through a full VCC cycles. The output is in the transistor active region during a full cycle, that is the 360 degree of the input sine wave. The efficiency of the class A amplifier is related to the two terms, that is CPL, which is power delivered delivered to the load, and PS, which is the power drawn from the source. According to the formulas given, we have to find the two values, that is the IL, which is the AC current delivered to the load, which in this case it is the value of RC, and this is the IQ, which is the Q point when the DC voltage is applied. So IL is the peak load current and IQ is the Q point collector current. From this equations, the efficiency is 0 under the no signal condition. Under no signal condition, that is the IP or the IL 0, and the efficiency rises as the peak signal level IL increases. As I already told you that the most of the power is used in the within the transistor to wake the internal component of the transistors, and the collector is also dissipates some amount of the power. So the efficiency, most of the power is dissipated within the power transistor. So as a result of this, the efficiency of the power a class A power transistor is only 25%. So to analyze this power transistor, we have to measure the two terms, that is the overall the efficiency of the class A power amplifier, then the second term is the efficiency of the collector. The overall efficiency of the class A power amplifier is given by this formula, and to find the efficiency of the collector, we will use this formula. According to this formula, this is IL is the current delivered to the load when the AC signal is applied, and IQ is the DC Q point current, and here instead of VCC we are using VQ, which is the voltage across the collector and emitter terminal, and the maximum value of this will be the 0.5, which is given by this formula. The lab process is about calculating the efficiency of the series fed class A power amplifier. According to this formula, the efficiency of the class A amplifier is given by PL divided by PS, where PL is the output power across the load, and PS is the power delivered to the by the source DC source. Here we have to calculate the load resistance IL, which is load current, which is across the RL when the AC input is applied, and IQ is the amount of DC current that flow through the resistor RL. Since it is series fed, here the load is the collector resistance connected in the circuit. For PL I have to calculate this, and for PS I have to calculate this. So let's first we calculate the power delivered to the source. For this we have to calculate the DC values of the current across the load, which is the collector resistance. For this I just assembled the circuit on the board according to the circuit diagram mentioned in the lab manual. Here I am configuration, I am using the tip 31, which is a class A NPN power amplifiers. Here the circuit pin configuration is BC base collector emitter. So I am connected the resistor according to the circuit diagram. Now I am checking this whether it is in the active region or not. I have to calculate the base meter voltage, which should be 0.5 to 0.8 range, and now it is 0.63. It means it is in the linear region. Now it can perform the amplification. And now to calculate the input DC power, we have to calculate the value of the resistors. For this I will disconnect this collector resistance, which is connected here. You have to be very careful about this, because you can burn your hand if it is too hot. To calculate the collector current, I am using the meter which will calculate the current. So I just change the my DMM to collect. This is the collector terminal. I am connected this in the series. So after breaking the path of this collector resistor, and it's come out to be 38.63, which is much higher, because I am using the class A power amplifier, and in power amplifier the amount of current that flow in the collector resistor is very high. By using this collector current, we can calculate the input power that is driven by this DC source. Now to calculate the power delivered to the load, we need the two values IRL, IRL. Here the load is the capacitor, so load is collector resistance, which is connected across the capacitor. For this I have applied an input signal of 80 millivolt and a frequency of 10 kilohertz. Now I will calculate the voltage across the capacitor. From there I will calculate the current. Here I am applying input at the base through a capacitor, and this is the collector, and I am measuring the voltage across the collector resistor which is at the collector terminal, and this power supply. And you can see that there is an output voltage at the oscilloscope which is of higher voltage at the same frequency. This is the voltage, this is value of PL which will be used to calculate the power delivered to the load, which is PL, and the ratio of PL over PS will give you the efficiency of the class A power amplifier. Now, using the value that we taken from the hardware, we can fill this timetable. Yep. To calculate the maximum efficiency, you have to set the VQ half of the VC supply, then your efficiency will be maximum. To calculate the efficiency of the collector, there is little difference of only VQ, where here the VQ is VC instead of VCE. The VC is the voltage across the collector. So by using this, you can find the efficiency of the collector. Second type of the class A power amplifier is the capacitor coupled class A power amplifier. In this power amplifier, a separate load RL is connected to the collector terminal through a coupling capacitor as shown in the figure 9.2. In the figure 6.2, you can see that a separate load resistor RL is connected to the output terminal through a coupling capacitor, and you can see that in the series fed class A amplifier, here IM RC resistor is using at load resistor, while here the separate load is connected to the class A power amplifier. Similarly, to analyze this, we have to find its efficiency. Efficiency will be the same as given by the previous formula, but here is the difference is here the IL, now IL is the AC current delivered to the RL load, which is separately connected to the coupling capacitor, and the rest of the term is the same. This is the difference of this RL and IL. Okay. Here the RL is the separate load resistance and IL is the current flowing through the separate load resistance. Here you can see that the efficiency of the class A amplifiers depend upon both the RC and RL resistor. So to find the maximum efficiency, you will have to use the maximum power transfer formula, that is the value of RC, such that that it will deliver the maximum power to the load. Here the load is fixed, you cannot change this because it is the your output for which you are designing the power amplifier. It can be this the loudspeaker of or the output resistance of the any the things that you are using to operate, and here designer can change only this component RC, which should be designed so that the maximum power delivered to the this load. So if we take RC divided by 2 is equal to RL, then the maximum power will be given by this capacitor coupled class A power amplifier, which is given by these values. Now the second task is about the calculate the efficiencies of the series fed class A power amplifier. Here the efficiency of the series fed class A amplifier is given by P power delivered to the load divided by power driven by the source. So here we have to calculate the two values. IRL is IL, which is the current across the load. Here the load will be the RL, which is connected through the capacitor. As shown this circuit diagram, here the current that will flow through here will be the IRL. If you cannot calculate, if you cannot measure the current through this resistor, then we can calculate or measure the voltage across this resistance. Then we can calculate the current across it. While the VCC and ICQ will be the same as we calculated earlier. So to check the efficiency of class A amplifier, the PS will be the same as I calculated previously, because the circuit for the DC will remain the same. There is only difference in the AC, because we have connected the resistance RL through capacitor, which is here I have connected it RL, and it is of the same values, and RC. And so when the AC signal will apply, then these two resistors will be in series, and the output voltage will be divided into these resistance, because it has the same value, so the equal voltage will be delivered to the both. And you can see clearly that I have connected the output voltage across this resistance, this, and connected to the other part is connected to the ground. And you can see at the output that the output voltage became half as compared to the previously, because previously the output voltage was 3.03. now it is approximately the half of the half, which is 1.54, while the frequency will be same. This is showing that when you will connect the equal value of the load as compared to the RC, then the voltage will be equally divided.